I'm the best at what I do, and what I do isn't very nice.
Hello there, Brian the Fanboy here, and today I'm gonna talk about the X-Men. Now, like most people who grew up in the 90s, I first learned about the X-Men from watching X-Men the animated series on Fox Kids. Of course, I wasn't into that show at first because, well, you see, when I was really little, I wasn't used to watching cartoons like that. I mean, yes, I did see G.I. Joe when I was really little, but it was only because Tiny Toons came out of it. As a matter of fact, the only action cartoons I was mostly interested in watching when I was really little was Ninja Turtles. But that was because it was about talking turtles that do karate. Well, anyway, even though I wasn't into it as much, however, I did thought that it was cool that Wolverine had claws coming out of his hands. Well, at least I should say his knuckles. Now, a few years later, a cousin of mine, he reintroduced me to the cartoon by showing me a video cassette of an episode his parents recorded for him. And then he told me the concept of the X-Men, which was that, well, it was about people called mutants who were uh, humans born with special powers. And I didn't know that at the time, but it was the first time I heard something like that before. And of course, a few years after that, I saw reruns of X-Men the animated series on another channel. I think it was on UBN 38, but yeah, it was a long time ago. I can't remember that much. Now, am I? Oh yes, I also remember in my video cassette of the Power Rangers Scream with Evil series. Well, each video cassette started with a promotion of the X-Men comics, I think, as well as the cartoon on video cassette. But I haven't watched it in years, so I can't remember. Although I could check it out on YouTube later. Anyway, yes, and also I saw this commercial for some kind of X-Men project, and I remember that the mother in the commercial turned into Storm. It was at the end of the commercial, but I don't remember for what project it was. And now, in my early teens, I saw this promo for a show called Mutant X. And of course, I remember the term mutant from X-Men as well as the letter X, which is associated with the X-Men, but I didn't know what it was about. Of course, it had nothing to do with X-Men at all. I mean, there's like an article on it on Wikipedia. You can check it out about the Mutant X TV show and what kind of legal stuff they went through around that time. Now, in the year 2000, I think it was, I was watching this documentary for about the mummy on Fox. I mean, yeah, it might be strange to find out that there was a documentary airing on Fox, before. I don't know how many they did before, but anyway, during the commercial break, I saw this trailer for a movie, and well, so many things were happening fast in the trailer. However, I saw something in the trailer that looked kind of familiar, and before I came to a conclusion, the trailer said X-Men, and I was surprised because I had no idea they were making a live action X-Men movie, and I really wanted to see it. And not only that, during the hype of the movie, Fox Kids started airing episodes of X-Men the series again, but only as reruns, just to help promote the movie. And well, even though I never got a chance to see the movie in theaters, I did get a chance to watch it on DVD. My father rented it for me and my sister, and I finally got to see the entire movie. And of course, during the but after the X-Men movie arrived in theaters, a new X-Men cartoon series, well, not new, it was old, but it was new back then, started to air. Another Fox Kids instead it aired on the Kids WB, and it was X-Men Evolution. And of course, it was kind of different. You see, at first I thought it was a continuation of the movie, but then after a few episodes, I learned that it has nothing to do with the movie at all. Because for one thing, in the movie, well, the main X-Men were adults, while in the cartoon in X-Men Evolution, they were teenagers in high school. Yeah. Also, see what else? Yes, and I watched. I think I've been following it for a while, but then I stopped watching it. Not because I didn't like it; it just happened. And then of course came X-Men 2. That was the first X-Men movie I ever saw in theaters, and I saw it with my mother, aunt, and sister. And then a few years later, we got X-Men 3. Now, I did buy a lot of the X-Men movies on DVD, but some of them are not here right now. Maybe because they got lost in the move, or maybe my sister has most of them at her college. But either way, I will show you the ones I have. I'll start with the first two. Here we have the first X-Men movie. Well, this is more like well, this is X-Men 1.5 actually, but it's supposed to be like some kind of extended thing. I don't know, but unlike the first DVD, this one has more special features, and I'll show you what's inside. Here we go, the two discs, and see, here's some kind of ticket thing, and here's side. Yes, I probably would have bought the first one when it came out, but I didn't buy the DVD at first. But it's a good thing I didn't because then I feel I wouldn't have reason to buy this one. And here we have X-Men 2, X-Men United, I think it's called. Yes. And here's the back. And here's one disc. This one has you can see it, Wolverine. And over here is Storm. Thing is, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that well, my favorite male X-Men is of course Wolverine. You could about the costume of Wolverine. And my favorite female X-Men is Storm. And I think I'll get back to it in a moment. Yes, and yeah. See what else? Oh yeah, about X-Men 3. I did see that in theaters with my father and sister. I did buy the DVD, but it's not here at the moment. Oh yeah, now I remember. Yes, well, during the original trilogy, well, I did enjoy them. And as for Storm, well, I know some people kind of say negative things about how her hair was in the first movie, but for me, I kind of like the way Storm hair was in the first one, and I think they should keep it that way. But that's my own personal opinion. Oh, sorry, have it here. Yes. Well, anyway, and then for a while, didn't expect any extra movies to come, for some time. And then of course I heard of X-Men Origins Wolverine, and I have the DVD for it right here. Yeah, and I'll open this up. Yeah, it's like the same thing here on the cover. And here you go. Here's the first disc, and of course the second disc. Oh yes, it's a digital copy. I always forget that. It's because I haven't seen this, for a few years, I think. Because I have this thing like I would start over. Anyway. And then during that time, I think, well, shortly after came Wolverine in the X-Men, Nickelodeon. And then, eventually there were other X-Men movies. Like, for one thing, there was X-Men First Class, which was the prequel to the original trilogy, right here. And here's the back. And here's this side and this side. And here it is. It's one disc because, well, yeah, I don't know. I did buy the other X-Men movies and DVD as well, but like I said before, I don't know where they are. But it's alright because maybe I could, buy Blu-ray versions of some of them because they have more special features. But some of my DVDs can, depending on which copies has more special features. And then let's see. And the last X movie I saw in theaters was Dark Phoenix, and I would have bought a DVD as well, but since one of my other DVDs, I mean, I think probably there's no point. But I'd like to have a complete set. Oh, and speaking of the X-Men, well, I did learn there was an X-Men anime and a Wolverine anime as well. And speaking of anime, well, the original series from the 90s, the X-Men cartoon, of course, had its own Japanese version in Japan. I haven't seen the series in Japan, but I have seen the opening. In fact, there are two different openings of the X-Men anime series from Japan, which you can watch on YouTube. And let's see, another character from the X-Men franchise who got his own movie was, of course, Deadpool. And I did see the movie. In fact, I have it on DVD as well. It goes Deadpool. And yes, and here's the disc. And speaking of Deadpool, I had to remind you something that this movie is rated R. So I don't recommend having children watch this. So if you're a child watching this, um, don't think your parents gonna let you watch this movie. Now, I know some parents do that, but still, it's not meant for kids your age. But if you're an adult watching this, then you can watch this whenever you want because you're an adult and you don't have to ask permission to watch a movie like this. And of course, I heard the New Mutants, but the movie has been delayed for some time now. I mean, it was supposed to come out, I think, 2016, and then 18, and who knows when it will be released. I mean, those actors who work hard on the movie now they work so hard on the movie that now people are not even able to watch it. At least not now. I mean, things happen. As for video games, well, the first X-Men video game was an X-Men fighting game that a cousin of mine had for his PlayStation. And well, of course, the first character I chose to play as was Wolverine. At least I think that was the first one. And of course, I learned about the history of the X-Men. For example, the original X-Men members were not from the animated series. They were like, and their costumes were like more in the first class movie. Of course, the group expanded over time. And in fact, movie from the original movie, their roster was different from the animated series as well. And also, for a while I wondered why their costumes didn't look anything like they do in the comic books. Of course, then now I learned because it might not work in the movie, at least for around that time. So it would look silly. It might have worked if the movie was made in the 70s or something, but it wouldn't probably work well in the movies in this century. And let's see what else. Oh yeah, I forgot about the video games. Yes, I did buy my own action video games, around in my early 20s, I think. And I'll show you right here. Here we have X-Men Legends, which I bought at GameStop. And here, X-Men Legends 2. Now, I wasn't able to beat those games, but I'll let it try again sometime. And I also have the Deadpool video game. There you go. Oh yes, and I had to be responsible and mention that this game is really and for mature. So once again, if you're a kid watching this, don't count on your parents getting you this game or any other everyday games. I mean, I know there are some parents that do that, but not every parent would buy children things that are meant for adults or for older people, because it has things in it that are not appropriate for children. So you have to wait till, if you're an adult watching this video, then you can play this game without asking permission. Because you might need an ID to buy, to make sure that you're old enough to buy this game without parent or legal guardian. And as for this costume, I got it at Amazon. It did come with claws as well, but it kind of broke off, which is disappointing. And I know that also the old X-Men cartoons are now on Disney Plus. X-Men Demon Series, X-Men Evolution, sorry, X-Men Demon Series, X-Men Evolution, and Wolverine the X-Men. Those three. And as for the Wolverine and X-Men anime, I think they're on Crackle right now. I don't know. You guys go and check it out. See if it's still there. And I'm not being paid by Marvel, Disney, or even Fox to talk about the X-Men. I'm just sharing, my fandom for the franchise. And as for we can watch movies online, well, maybe they're on Hulu, but I do not know if you're paying for Hulu right now. Just check it out to see, or you could just rent it. And like I said, I'm not being paid to make this video. I'm just sharing my fandom. So I think that's all I can talk about the X-Men in this video, and I'll see you next time. Bye.